You know, I've never really been to a place like this before. You know, I used to consider all you guys to be quacks. I mean, no offense. Sorry.
None taken, Mr. Abbott. It's completely understandable.
It's just that I'm going through sort of a weird phase right now, and I don't really there's no one really in my life right now to talk to about this sort of thing. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing right now.
It's pretty simple. You just tell me what's been bothering you, and we'll try to work through it together.
So you want my whole life story or what?
Not if you don't think it relates to your problem.
So, just the important stuff then, right?
Right. You don't have to tell me anything you don't want to. But Leo, before we get started, I want you to promise me something.
What?
I don't want you to keep any secrets from me unless you don't think it relates to your problem. Can you do that for me?
I guess. So, where do you want me to start?
First of all, why don't you tell me why you're here?
Well, that's the complicated part, I think.
Well, let's just start at the beginning.
Okay. Well, it started a few weeks ago. I had this with a dream I had. In the dream, I'm walking down a road. It's kind of dark, like twilight, and I'm all alone. There's nothing around for I guess miles. But then I see a car. You know, it's parked off the side of the road, and all the lights are on. I think it's stalled. Anyway, I walk over to see if anyone is inside, and I look in the window, and that's when I see them.
Who?
I don't know who they are. I've never met either of them in my life, but I know someone murdered them.
Who?
I don't know.
I see. What happened next?
Well, then I woke up, right? But then they were still there.
Who?
Two people from my dream.
What were they doing?
Standing at the edge of my bed, watching me.
Did they say anything?
No, they never say anything.
You mean you've seen them more than once?
No, that's just the thing, Doc. I see them all the time. They won't go away. I tried ignoring them at first. Then I tried to talk to them, but they never say anything. They just stand there watching me.
Why do you think they're watching?
I don't know.
Have you had the dream since they first appeared?
Yes.
When?
Every night.
Does the dream ever change?
No. I always wake up right after I see them.
Have you, at any other time in your life, experienced similar hallucinations?
Hallucinations? Right, those are what crazy people see. Right, I'm not crazy.
I didn't say you were.
But then, why am I seeing things?
Well, since you have no prior history of this type of hallucination, it's unlikely that they're being caused by mental illness. No, I think that they have something to do with that dream of yours. Dreams are very complicated. No one is completely sure why we dream about what we dream about, or even why we dream at all. Hallucinations are the same way.
You think it's the dream? That's why I'm seeing them.
I think it's possible. I know I said I didn't want to hear your life story, Leo, but I'm going to ask you some personal questions. Do you mind?
No, I guess not.
Have you ever done any drugs before?
No.
Have you been the subject of any type of abuse?
No.
Have you had a criminal past?
No.
Or anything like that?
No. Nothing.
Have you ever lost anyone close to you?
Well, my mom died when I was a kid.
How did she die?
I don't want to talk about it.
Did she die in a car accident?
I said I don't want to talk about it.
I'm sorry, Leo. That was out of line. But I can't help you if you refuse to face the issue at hand.
Issue? What issue? Doc, I'm not crazy. I told you that. I just... Can you just give me some pills or something to make this whole thing go away?
I already told you. I believe that your problem somehow stems from these strange dreams you've been having.
Then give me something to make the dream stop.
Leo, I can't give you a pill to make you stop dreaming. Even if I could, I don't think it would help.
It doesn't matter what you think. I'm the one who can't close my eyes without seeing people who don't exist. What are you doing?
I'm writing you a prescription for a drug called Chrysolax. It's technically still in the test phase, but it sounds like exactly what you're looking for.
So it'll make the dream stop.
Should.
Thanks, Doc.
Just doing my job.
I don't need to keep them away. I don't need to stop myself from seeing them. I need to figure out what they want, who they want, help them, and then they'll leave. I don't need this. I don't need these. I just have to help them. I just have to figure out what I'm supposed to do. That's all.
So, what do you do for a living?
Actually, I'm kind of in between jobs right now, actually.
So, where do you live?
Well, right now I'm living in a hotel.
And how do you afford that?
Well, my grandfather, who was pretty wealthy, he left his money to my mother when he died, and
So, what do you do all day?
well, I sit around. I like to read. I watch TV sometimes, but you know, there's really not much on television these days.
Do you have any hobbies?
Well, I used to be into photography. No, I even took a couple classes, but lately it's kind of lost its appeal.
Uh-huh. Where did you hear about my business?
Um, I just looked up psychiatrist in the phone book and found your name. You know, I figured one's as good as another. You know.
Yeah, I mean, we're all quacks after all, eh?
What?
It was a joke, Mr. Abbott.
I'm here.
It's alright, I know I'm not very funny.
No, it's just I haven't really been in a joking mood lately.
I understand. Have you ever been married, Leo?
Well, have you?
Huh?
Have you ever been married?
Oh, well, as a matter of fact, I did have a wife once.
What happened?
I guess you could say I'm sort of married to my work.
So she left you, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
She told me I was obsessive.
No, I don't really personally see a problem with that. You know,
Really?
everybody needs to have an obsession, I think.
If that were true, I'd probably have a lot more patience.
Another joke of yours?
Why? Was it any funnier this time?
A little bit.
Okay. Could you hold on for a second, Mr. Abbott? Hello? Oh, yeah, I'll be right out. Alright, 1 second.
Alright. No.
Alright, sorry about that, Mr. Abbott. So, Leo, the pills, how did those work out for you?
I feel much better now.
Great, great. Now, why don't we...
You know what? I need to go.
What? What for? Why, we've still got...
I just feel kind of sick all of a sudden, and I don't think I need to be here anymore.
Well, okay, I'll see you... I'll see you next week.
you do all day, Mr. Abbott?
Nothing. I don't have a job.
Then what do you do at night?
I try to get rid of both of you. What? I can't understand you!
Do you understand now, Mr. Abbott?
It was him. Hey, Doc, can I come in? It's Leo.
Mr. Abbott, you're early today.
Yeah, I just wanted to apologize for, running out last week. It was very rude of me, and I'm sorry.
Oh, it's no problem at all. It's no problem at all.
Yeah, I know I'm 15 minutes early, so if you want me to wait outside.
No. I mean, you can just have a seat. It's fine. We can start early.
Well, if you insist.
So, have you had any more of those hallucinations since you started taking the pills?
No, Doc. It looks like you cured me.
Far from it, actually.
Oh, really?
Leo, I know it's a sensitive subject, but considering the progress we've made over the past few sessions, I was hoping that by now you'd trust me enough to tell me a little bit more about your mother.
Trust you? Oh, of course. Well, my father ran out on my family when I was about 1. I don't remember him at all. I have no idea who he is, and I've never seen him. Or if I have, I don't remember it. My mother. I remember her pretty vaguely. She raised me by herself. One thing that always struck me about her was her eyes. Dark, blue, beautiful eyes. They had a lot of depth to them, A lot of people don't have that. They were three-dimensional. Weren't flat at all. I remember one night, distinctly, because it was it was the last night I ever saw her. I had a particularly bad nightmare, a bad dream, and I woke up crying. She came into the room and she cut on the light. And she held me in her arms, and she said to me, Leo, never believe in nightmares, because that's the only way you'll ever get rid of them. She kissed me on the forehead, tucked me back into the bed, got off the light. And the last thing I ever heard from my mother was her crying in the kitchen and her saying, I wish I could believe in that. The next morning, I found her dead in the bathtub. She'd killed herself in the room right next to mine, I've been having nightmares about that ever since, but I never, ever believed in them until now.
Leo,
Sorry? No, you should be. My uncle, who raised me after my mother killed herself. He told me fairly recently that, a few weeks before, she died, she sought help from a psychiatrist. Did he help her? No. She still killed herself. And you can't help me, Doc. Those pills weren't working. I haven't been taking them for 2 weeks. I threw them away.
Leo, those pills that I gave you, they don't do anything.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Doc. They were totally...
No. I mean, they aren't designed to do anything. They're just a placebo. Do you understand now, Mr. Abbott? Nothing more than pills filled with sugar.
You lied to me.
I told you, Leo, hallucinations and dreams aren't all that different. And there's no type of medicine in the world that can cure either. I only gave you those pills because I didn't want you to storm off and never come back here again. I knew that if you opened up to me enough that we could figure out your problem together. And so we have.
You lied to me.
Don't you see, Leo? It's all so clear.
Yeah, it's very clear.
It's just like your mother said, Leo. All you have to do to stop the hallucinations is to stop believing in them.
I don't think that's possible, Doc.
Why not?
I already told you, Doctor. Hallucinations are what crazy people see, and I'm not crazy!
You don't think that these things are real, do you?
No, I don't think they're real. You know, I know they're real. I know they were killed, and I know who killed them. I know it was you. I know it was you! Ah! No! This is the only way! I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Doc. It was the only way. I didn't want to do it. I never had any intention of becoming a murderer. I just wanted to make them go away. To make the nightmares stop. Oh, now they will. It doesn't matter what happens to me now. As long as they're gone, I can face anything. Now that I'm free! You did this to yourself, Doc. Why did you kill them? Huh? I mean, in the picture. You looked so close. You looked like such good.
All I want is your understanding, as in a small act of affection. Why is this my life? It's almost everybody's question. And I've tried everything but suicide, but it's crossed my mind. Essentially, I'm an animal. So just what do I do with all the aggression? Well, I've tried everything but suicide, but it's